Good morning. How are you doing, Kendra? Very close to Stormblood. Just got a few ninja quests left. You've almost finished like the Realm Reborn. Oh, by the way, how do you like my outfit? Very ninja-like. Wearing my official ninja poncho. Woo! I can Naruto run though. Nyom. Adorable. Anyway, good morning everybody. I'm Old Man Sugarheart. Today we're playing Final Fantasy XIV. We are going to probably start the Heavensward ninja quest today. Been grinding off stream so I can just do a bunch of ninja quests in a row. We're currently at 57. Welcome back, old. You may enter. Looks nice, like a ninja old man. That is what I was going for. Yeah. Look at him. Got little superhero glasses. Normally I go for like white and red as my colors, but I am a ninja. Ah, old. Your return pleases me. I feared I might miss the chance to bid you a proper farewell. Yes, we will be taking our leave of your realm. My mission is complete, and Tsubame's wounds have all but healed. Tradition dictates that we return to our elders to deliver tidings of our success. Redbeak's last words? I will not lie. At first they weighed heavily on my mind, but in the end, I am a shinobi. I came to this land to perform a role, not out of curiosity or spite. Mayhap Master Gekkai still lives. Mayhap not. It's not my concern. Karasu is dead, and with his passing, it's time to close the curtain on this chapter of our lives. Before I leave, I would ask one favor of you. There's a place I would visit before we depart your realm. I would go alone and gather my thoughts. You, pray, look after Tsubame while I'm away. Her condition is much improved. I would not take any chances. Thank you, old. There she is. So, your concern is most touching, but I'm quite fine, old. In fact, it would seem that the injuries I suffered were not nearly as grave as they appeared on first glance. It would appear that Karasu meant more to fan the flames of Obero's ire than to cause true harm. Speaking of Obero, you see him about. It's not like him to disappear in the midst of our preparations for departure. Yeah, it sounds exactly like what a ninja would do. Alone with his thoughts, you say? Where do you suppose he might have gone? Watermelon? Bronze Lake? Bronze Lake. Obero does enjoy a bath, but the hustle and bustle of that place was not to his liking. Knowing him as I do, I cannot help feel he would seek out more peaceful environs. Is that waterfall actually called Fool's Falls? Place where you two practice, yeah? Yeah, always had a fondness for waterfalls. Yeah, that must be it. Must be. Old Obero is not himself of late. Perhaps I worry over much, but I could never forgive myself if something ill were to befall him. Will you go look after him for me? Will you? Seek not to change his heart. If his heart is truly made up, I wish only to know his true feelings, that I might support him in whatever humble way I can. Okay. I think the fastest way to get there, go to Camp Overlook, fly somewhat to the southwest. Nyom. I'm starting to like nearly regret my idea to have a new class for every expansion. Like the amount of grinding I had to do, I have to do to get to level 60, a bit much. Starting to think I should stream like the random grinds I do. Just because doing them off stream has proven to be a lot of work. What are you doing here, old? Took you for a man of your word. Bame sent you, didn't she? It looks like I was the fool for thinking I could fool you who know me so well. Ever since that day, this is the only place in the world where I can find a moment's respite from the turmoil that rages within me. And yet, the instant the sound of crashing waters fade from earshot, all comes flooding back. Proving yourself a true friend to us all, a worthy shinobi in your own right. Answer me this, old. For what or whom do you yield your blade? Myself. A clear, unwavering answer, worthy of you, old. Yes, why fight? Not for that which you believe is unquestionably right. Yeah, that's me, unquestionably right. I speak in earnest to you, old. About with Karasu, his dying words, they left me a changed man. I can no longer deny what I've become. For so many years I questioned nothing, tradition, custom, mission. Was a shinobi, a blade, and a blade does not think. I shut off the doubts, the emotions that threaten the rise to the surface, and told myself this was true presence of mind. Morning, Sugar. Good morning, Lonnie. How are you doing? I lie to myself no longer. In confronting Karasu, I confronted myself. Looking upon Tsubame, lying battered and beaten like my countrymen so many years ago, I felt a single, all-consuming desire to visit retribution upon those who wronged us, and to do so by my own hand. I made my decision. I shall go and face the truth, for it is only in doing so that my heart will ever know true peace. I will go alone, and I will hear no more of it. You and Tsubame have sacrificed and suffered more than enough. Battle that awaits is mine and mine alone. It is Master Gekai I find at the end of my journey, so be it. One or both of us will die, it matters not. Either way, my mind will be at rest. You've been a true friend and ally, old. Farewell. Smoke bomb. Like we're friends, you can just like walk away. Oh, Burrow. Just woke up? Yeah, me too. Got my tropical Celsius here. I may survive the morning. Forgive me, old. It was as if my legs moved of their own accord. It's just as I imagined. Obero means to confront Master Gekai, even if it costs him his life. Made his decision, and I will not stand in his way, but neither will he stand in the way of mine. Wheresoever Obero fights, I will fight beside him. What about you, Coral Pup? You coming too? It is not too much to ask. Pray lend your strength to us and this one final time, old. You've proven yourself a true shinobi, and your blade, unfettered by tradition or convention, may just be what turns the tide of battle in our favor. Obero did not say where he was headed, but we already know, don't we? Karasu's last words, Candlekeep K. Let us see what the guards there might tell us. Now, is it K or is it Quay? I think I've heard it both ways. This is my first time trying out hay. I don't actually know where Candlekeep Quay is. Okay, Quay? Quag, what? Queequeg? Lower Lenoska. Zoop.
Thanks, Granddad.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Jasky Miko. Miko is in Mikote? You an old Final Fantasy 11 head? Or are they called Mikote here? They're not Mikote here. What do they call the cat girls here? Do they call them here? You're a moon cat boy? Nice. I forgot what they call the cat girls here. Mikote? What'd they call them in Final Fantasy 11? I feel like it was something different. Any unusual happenings of late? Not as such. Save a small pirate vessel scheduled to dock tomorrow at the crack of dawn. Other than that, it's all pretty quiet around these parts, as it's wont to be. Funny thing, though, you're not the first to ask that question. Milkmaid, a fairly comely one at that, came by not minutes ago asking the very same question. Oops, excuse me. That's so. The Milkmaid is one of Oberon's favorite costumes. As we might suspect, he's one step ahead of us. If we rendezvous with him somehow, it would give us the advantage in numbers. And yet, the risk of exposing ourselves to the foe is too great. We should observe from the shadows until Master Gekkai reveals himself. I'll take position up on the western shoreline. You take the high ground and keep watch from the promontory over there. Promontory? Never heard that one. Between the two of us, that should cover the entire quay. Yeah, I vaguely recall all the races in the first game being something different. Alright, where am I going? Up on the high ground? I want to say like the Lalafell or something like Taru. I might just be thinking of Tataru. Oh, you're in the North America data center? I am. I'm in Halicarnassus. Hope I pronounced that right. But I do live in North America. I play at 4 a.m. Because that's the time when my kids are asleep. Except on Saturdays. Then I just stay up all night playing video games. Who goes there? Show yourself. I know a rat when I smell one. Trust that I'm speaking with the Garlean's Empire's chief of espionage and covert operations. None other. You can call me Master. You like, young one, for old time's sake? You're full of surprises these days, young one. Yobro I knew would have been on his first ship back to Doma once Karasu caught his last caw. Looks sturdier than I remember. A bit gaunt in the cheeks. Are you getting enough rest? You always work just a bit too hard for your own good. All these years, it's you. You who taught me the way of the shinobi. You who I loved as a father. Why, master? Why? Why else? For our village, of course. I simply made the choice that any true shinobi would make. Don't tell me you require a history lesson, young one. Since the time of our ancestors, the shinobi have served many masters. For many years I served Doma. Then, when the time was right, I chose a more powerful master. Fortunately for me, and for our village, my services were in high demand. Have you never wondered why, Obero? Why when the Doman rebellion was crushed by the Empire, was our village alone spared Garlemald's wrath? Because of my actions. I protected us when the entire nation of Doma could not. Protected? You betrayed us all. The people of Doma trusted you. Do you know how many Domans died that day? We swore our lives to protect them, and you sold them into slaughter. You feel nothing? Not even a twinge of remorse at the massacre you brought upon our countrymen? Countrymen? What is Doma to me when weighted against the ancient and glorious history of my fellow shinobi? History is littered with the husks of fragile men who gave their worthless lives to bring glory to their betters. Hoped against hope that Karasu was wrong. The story was not but a twisted lies of a sad fool. But no, I was the fool, master. No, Gekkai, for you're no master of mine. In the name of the souls of the untold thousands whose blood is on your hands, I declare your life forfeit. Hee hee. Revenge, is it? Revenge for foot soldiers and peasants? Is that what this is about? That's why you lingered here like a festering boil after your allotted mission was complete? Forsaking your old role for some selfish flight of fancy will not earn you many friends back home, Obero. Not here. The more time I spend in Garlemald, the more I realize the Empire quite suits me. There's something to be said for a culture that values merciless strength above all. Won over quite a few loyal subordinates. Poor little one. All your lofty words. You stand here alone? You are alone because you're weak. It's no subordinates, this is true. This isn't an army after all. Obero has something you will never have. Comrades who believe in him and the ideals for which he fights. Bami, how did you... Just me, Obero. Old 2 has come to fight at your side. Comrades? You would choose the company of a glorified sellsword over the master that made you what you are. Ah, how far my pupils have fallen. You're the one who has fallen, Gekkai. Old fights with a sense of honor and purpose like you've long forgotten. Old? cannot begin to express my gratitude. My friends, my comrades, I'm honored to fight at your side. Let us show this false master what true strength is. Yay. Hi everyone, good morning Zurui. I figure it's safer if I pick on this guy. First I was running away, then I was like, I don't think I'll make it. Embarrassing, Tsubame. This technique, it cannot be. Is this part of the MSQ or Ninja Quest? This is the level 50 Ninja Quest. It's the one right before we get to Heavensward. Tsubame old, thank you. It's through your belief in me that I was finally able to believe in myself. Karasu, you had a hand in bringing this chapter to a close. You may be gone, but you're not forgotten. Ah, almost sounds like a eulogy. Makes me wish I were actually dead. Karasu, you still live. But how? Well, when it comes to playing dead, I did learn from one of the best, you know. See, why vanish only to return? Oh, just an undelivered present. This is the fifth and final piece of Old's traditional garb. It'd never be said that I didn't complete my missions, even if it's just playing delivery boy. Wait, Karasu, the elders who named you traitor to our village, they were simply blind to the truth, as was I. If I explain, they'll surely see reason. Please, let us return home together. What's this now? Now that wasn't in the script. How soon we forget, oh bro. I was not the traitor, no, but I did follow him. That makes me just as much a traitor, at least in their eyes. Perhaps so. At the same time, you risked your life for what you believed in. Not so different, you and I. Sentiment is most touching, but my answer remains no. The village was always a bit too cramped for me. I prefer to spread my wings on a grander stage. The honorable deeds of my present do not erase the terrible crimes of my past. I was a spy and an assassin. Quite a good one, I might add. And for all the blood on Gekai has on his hands, mine are nearly as red. In the Elder's minds, he had one mission, Obero. Why complicate the matter? Bring this back. Tell the others what they want to hear. The traitor Karasu, Redbeak, is no more. Slain at your hand. You will be welcome as a hero, while my fate will be even grander. Oh, I will at long last be free. That's how you would have it, Karasu. Then so it shall be. But this I promise you, slowly but surely, the village will change. I'll take what I learned and build a village that honors all of our fallen. A village you could be proud to call home. Just don't get too cocky now, or I'll have to come back and put you and your whole village in its place. Look forward to that day. Let us meet again on the battlefield and pit our ideals against each other as we did that day. Wait, it sounds like he's gonna kill a lot more people if he does that. Feel like that was a bad call. Eat Obero at the dock storehouse. Well, I am at the dock storehouse. You mean at the dry dock storehouse? Is Morabi. I'll be lurking in the meantime. Your puppy is crying. Aw, puppy. Is this not the docks? He's in Eastern Lanaska? That's not the docks. That's a ferry. Docks. There's so many docks. Can't be like, meet me at the docks in Limsa. Kenshin, hey! How are you doing? So basically, Karasu faked his demise. Yeah, I think he... Well... Somebody in our last stream called that out. We're like, what if he faked his death? And I was like, huh. Totally could have done that. Like, he did, like, explode himself. He would have fooled me, too, if it wasn't for that, chatter. Hungry, to be honest, so I'll be lurking. Have a good stream. You too, Kenshin. I hope you had a good stream yourself. How are you doing, Obero? It is strange, old. All this time I believed I was instructing you in the way of the shinobi, and yet, now that all is done, I feel like I should be the one to call you teacher. Thanks to you, I finally achieved true clarity and presence of mind. My blade is stronger for it. And more important still, I now understand what I'm truly fighting for. Body or mind by any measure. You're every bit my equal as a shinobi, save for one final technique, which I will now impart to you. Hisatsu. Use it to rearrange the energies channeled in your body and unleash powerful ninjutsu techniques, one after the next. But be warned, in our tongue, it means quite literally life and death. Which one it means for you will depend entirely on your presence of mind. With this, I believe we have both satisfied the respective sides of our initial agreement. We will return to our village, which means I must bid you farewell. Though perhaps not this day. Would see my home change for the better and introduce some new ways of thinking to complement the old. But before I can, there is still much must learn about this land. And so I will go on ahead. We'll respect our elders' success of Obero's mission and inform them that he will return as soon as he recuperates from the wounds he's sustained in battle. With the soul crystal that Karasu gave us, no one will doubt the success of our mission. It is a flawless plan, if I do say so myself. Yes, how fortunate we were that I never thought of that. Never change, Obero. Promise me that. And with that, old, it seems that it is I who will bid you farewell. Been a true friend. My heart awaits the day we shall meet again. Huh. Wonder where I'll go now. But you will return to give Obero lessons from time to time, yes? I'm not convinced that his bows are as masterful as he seems to think. Wah-ba-ba. Mind finds clarity guiding your blades. Satsu. This concludes the ninja quest for Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must meet the following requirements. You must have completed the main scenario quest before dawn. Check. Once you've done so, the next ninja quest will be available from Obero. What's up? Oh, Kasatsu, huh? Yeah, but what does that actually do? Allows execution of a single ninjutsu without the consumption of mudra charges. So I pile that one on. I do a thing. And yeah, I still got all my mudra. Alright. A little neat. Anyway, I don't know if I thanked you properly for the raid, Kenshin. Thank you so much for the raid. I really do appreciate it. Who's this?
Thanks, Granddad.
Norsey, thank you for the follow. Old, you are welcome. I can tell your devotion to our art has been absolute, and I sense a greater power awaits you. I have no new ninjutsu no new ninjutsu to teach. You're alone. You alone can awaken the power inside of you, but if you do, our art will be the very beating of your heart. I learned so much and more whilst I was the shinobi of Doma. Mayhap you would find your own way if your blade served a master. Such thoughts will have to wait, however. Not minutes before you came through these doors, I received this missive from Jack. He bid me come to Limsa with proper due haste. Join me, old. Your path here began at the Rogues Guild. Mayhap returning will spark something new within you. Sounds fair. We also got stuff. Where's the treasure chest? All the way up here. Now, are those better than what I'm wearing? Nope. Nice. You tried playing Final Fantasy XIV, but it didn't work. They didn't accept your credit card. Good news now is you can play like the first 180 hours without a credit card. With the trial version. Although I'm honestly not sure how that'll go. If you bought the base game before the trial version, you might not be allowed to use the trial. Not sure how that works. You know, I still have to pay a subscription fee. True, but friends, well, this is a social anxiety run. You can do most of the game without working with other people at all. In fact, that's why I decided to do this playthrough. I know it's weird, but I like to play MMOs solo. Like, it makes me feel good to know, like, there are other people in the world. Like our good friend RarXD over there. But, I don't want to play with them. The anxiety of, like, letting someone down in a dungeon's a little much. And so when they were like, you can play the entire MSQ solo and all the dungeons, I was like, yay! And then I learned that, like, the trials weren't that yet, but, you know, close enough. It's not 100% soloable, but a lot more soloable than it used to be. You looking ahead inside? Yeah. Captain Jack, been too long. I never did thank you properly for obtaining the ancestral garb of the shinobi. Oh there. I was wondering when you'd show up. You brought old. How are you keeping, lad? I keep. Benny. Now, I need a widow with Obero. There's the thief on the loose in La Nosca who's fast. Too fast to be a regular old rook. Huh? Yeah, my sympathies for your problem, of course, but why summon me? Well, as I was told it, the one doing the cloying ain't from Eorzea. Came from the Far East, judging by the garb. Very strange. The journey is too long to be undertaken lightly. Wonder what drove them here. Who knows? Who knows? There's a rum thing. This cove's a ninja, by all accounts. Ninja? It is uncanny how much your thief sounds like me, Jack. Why, if I didn't know better, I would say I was your culprit. Aye. So get your daddles where I can see them. You couldn't help but a bit of amusing there. Of course, I don't actually suspect you, truthfully. I just wanted to see if ye knew anything what could help me with the case. That I would be taken in by so obvious a ruse. Well, if the thief is a shinobi of Doman origin, then I might know him. If you allow me and Old to aid in your investigation. With pleasure. Things will go a bit smoother with a couple of dimmer hammers like you on board. Why don't we go and see what the victim's got to say about the rook, eh? Mulfa Kelfa's the cove we want, and we'll find him over at the Summerford Farms. Been a godly while since our last job together, Old. I'm looking forward to having you along. Has been a while. Interesting, because you had the trouble back when that was still on PlayStation 3. Can you still play on PlayStation 3? As far as MMOs on console go, I don't think you could do better than this. I'm playing on PC and I still use a controller. Which is like, it's very unusual, but like, it really is decent to control this on a controller. Like, I'd prefer to play all MMOs like this. Like, none of them have controller support this good. You cannot? No? Aw. That seems rude. Seems like the sort of thing the Stop Killing Games movement is about. And who, pray tell, are you? Yes, you. The gloomy-looking fellow there. Are these your people, Jack? Can they handle this matter with the guild's customary sensitivity? Aye, I reckon so. Old here is one of the guild's newer lads. Your gloomy-looking cove is, a cult. Just joined up, so to speak. In that case, bring back my orb. It's one of a kind and they stole it from me. Two nasty thieves with a Far Eastern look to them. And after I spend a bloody fortune on it. The nerve of those two, falling upon me just as I was on my way here. The fiends ran to the northwest thrice as fast as my men could. I want them found and clapped in irons, damn it. Well, we best get after them then. If they are foreigners, they won't know the lay of the land. Might as well be we can use that against them and catch them up before they hop the twig. No need to be shy if it comes to blade work, but don't mill them either. You need to find out why the rooks are cloying from honest folk. It's nice to finally see someone who can properly read the pirate speak. Yeah, thieves can't. It's called, and I do my best, but man, they don't make it easy. I suppose is the point. Am I looking for? Ah. I don't know, Final Fantasy is a real test of your reading abilities. You find a set of footsteps heading to the northwest. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Like, even just today, there was a word I'd never heard before. It started with a P. I can't remember it. Find a set of footsteps heading to the northwest. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Naruto run. Complete with backflips or front flips. Eee. Best part of being a ninja. So true, but when you get those rare voiced cutscenes, it hits hard. It really does. You can just make out two figures ahead in Woad Whisper Canyon. One of the things that that crosses my mind when I play this game is, like, one of the things they could do to improve it is just to hire voice actors for the currently, like, unvoiced things. Like, if you suddenly voiced all the job quests, like, I think that could be a huge quality of life improvement. Like, as much or better as, like, the improved graphics. Hey, did you just kill this man? Dang. Well, well, you're a dimmer mort. Make no mistake. So why is it you've taken to cloying? Never a tender wit for Jack, is there? Nah, it's always a stabber. Yes, that's her, the thief. I knew taking this the guild was the right choice. It's always an evil potato, isn't it? Sadly, this means our relationship is at an end. Would be inconvenient if you were to learn how I came by the orb, sellsword. Skills are required. It'd be my pleasure. Jack's the one to be reckoned with, but not when he's got two fledglings at his side. My trusty trident will do for 'em all. That guy looks familiar. Well, them's choice wids for a double-crossing bastard. Neither of ye mind being called fledglings. None the least, it'll be all the sweeter to make him eat those words. And he is more a fitting foe than some silent maiden. Bluster and rage all you want. You won't be going gently into the night. I thought the trident was going to be inside him. Well, we did you wrong, my dimmer Mort. Seems we owe you an apology. You have my thanks, but I didn't need your aid for brutes such as these. Your bow, then it is true. You are from the Far East. Have we met by any chance? Seem familiar. Huh. Your accent marks you as a shinobi, Akagi. Akagi, explain the situation. Oh, you were the lot who were chasing us. Scary being chased, but, right. Why we're here. This is Yatsurugi no Yuki. If I understand your customs, you'd call her Princess Yuki the Yatsurugi clan. She's left her lands in search for her family's treasure. Stolen by bandits, you see. Yatsurugi clan? You're very far from your domain, Princess. Tell me, why make the journey? I have no time to talk. Not while the identity of bandits still eludes me. You need only know that I have taken back 3 of the stolen treasures. I will not leave when the other, and I will leave when the other 2 are mine. Very well, your reasons are yours to keep. I cannot leave you without a sworn dagger, Princess. I know just the person to do it. Old, you not aid in Princess Yuki's mission as her shinobi? As you know, we are blades. Missions are whetstones to us. Through duty and service, we sharpen our skills and our minds. This is the next step on your path. Princess is a stranger here. You can trust no one, save you. Your mission is to guard her with your life and return her safely to her people. What say you? Yeah, okay. You think me naive enough to trust shinobi? When Doma fell, we all saw your daggers in its back. Kamakagi, leave the traders. Alright, well, fair enough. Been like that ever since we got here. Why, she'll barely let me pack her bloody clothes. I understand why she refuses my help when it comes to fighting, I suppose. I'm no warrior, but she does have her limits. Everyone does, pauper or princess, so I'd appreciate it if you'd lend me a hand in keeping her, well, alive. Of course, my friend. If her life is in danger, said word here, Old and I will answer. I'm much obliged. You have no idea. The best I'd go. She'll have my head if she catches me chatting. I'll be in touch. Fighting back Far Eastern baubles what was bitten, eh? Well, we'll need to whittle more from that dastardly duo, I expect. The guild will tip a daddle and track down the bandits that cloyed them treasures. Thank you, Jack. When you have something, you know where to find us. Shall we, Old? Okay. Agreed about the voice acting, but that's money Square Enix isn't willing to spend. Yeah, kind of don't agree with that because I think it would make them money. And I think if they thought it would make them money, they would agree. Like, surely they've got like a voice acting manager. What do you call those? Molly Zhang was one of those for Dark Deity 2. Voice acting consultant, voice actor rancher. But I think they could increase the number of players if they added voice acting, more so than they would get for updating the graphics. I think voice acting might be an easier process. I mean, like games like Date Everything and Baldur's Gate 3, they've got like much less income. They also have much less words, but still, you don't have to voice act everything. But if you started with like all the job quests, I think it would help quite a bit. Voice directors, that's the word I'm looking for. Welcome back, old. You may enter. Thank you. Yeah. Companies are very predictable. If it makes money, they'll do it. Really dumb companies will be like, if it makes us the most money, we'll do it. Then they miss very easy opportunities to earn a little extra cash. And that might be why they don't spend for the voice acting. I had heard of Yuki Yatsurugi before. The pride of her clan, Puissant Princess of the Far East. I hope I pronounced that right. It's another word I don't use on the regular. If even a tenth of the rumors are true, she has reason to deny our aid, but somehow you must earn her trust. Someday, her life may depend on it. The path ahead of you is long. You can resolve it. Your resolve cannot falter. I'll help you where I can. But from this day forth, you must devote your entire being to protecting Princess Yuki. Hi, Cecile. Be a good salute. Oh, what's this? A ferret? I will give you some turquoise green dye. Fair trade. What is this cute little rat? Where's my thank emote? Hug. But like, you know, an air hug from like a foot away. Aww. Okay. We'll always use a gift when I see one. You now summon the white ferret minion. Haven't done minions yet. Into the shadow she goes. I love that. I love that. That was fantastic. Some of the VAs for this game, Alpha No, for example, have been playing through and voicing the unvoiced cutscenes. Oh, nice! See, Square Enix can see where money can be. Oh, he rides on my shoulder? It's kind of giving away my position. I feel like people would notice a flying ferret. Imagine if they got Ben Starr for this. Man, Ben Starr. What else has he been in? So I know he's like the most famous voice actor, but I don't know what I've played that he's been a huge star of. Player Obscure? Who is he in Clair Obscure? Is he Gustav? And Clair Obscure had some great voice actors. Verso! That makes more sense. He was... I'm still worried that I can give spoilers for Clair Obscure. I feel like most of the people who wanted to play it have, but, like, it's still the first year it's out, so I might avoid spoilers on the topic. Akagi has summoned us. Old Princess Yuki is attempting to infiltrate the Salt Hound stronghold. He would have us save her, to use his words. He's managed to delay her near Memorune's trading post. I trust you know the place. Let's away with all haste. Come, ferrets. We have work to do. He voiced Clive in Final Fantasy XVI. I stopped playing the Final Fantasies after 13. Well, after 14, really, but like 13 somehow feels later. Just didn't like the direction they were heading in, but I've heard lots of good things about 15 and 16. Maybe I should play those. Alright. Where is this? Upper Ladnoska. But like, I really, really enjoyed like the traditional old turn-based Final Fantasies. They just started becoming more and more real time. I'm like, I didn't want Final Fantasy to become an action game. Like, I wanted it to be like, you know, a turn-based strategy at most. At the same time, I hardly ever beat a Final Fantasy. The only Final Fantasy I've ever actually beaten was 6. I got really close to 7. I got to the final battle, and then my disc broke. Like, the game was horribly broken. It started glitching out, and I couldn't complete, like, the final fight. That was heartbreaking. At the same time, I'm like, I can guess how it ends. We beat Sephiroth, and everyone's happy. Finally, it's not easy keeping the princess in one place, you know. Incredible. This is why you had me wait, Akagi? I thought I made myself clear. Neither need nor want their help. Go home, Shinobi. Princess, now that we're here, surely there is no harm in telling us your plan. Oh, we'd be happy to. It's a long story, too. Rumors have been swirling about your black markets, about things that sound much like our clan's stolen treasures. It's hard to pin down rumors like that, but we've also gotten word that some group of pirates, the Hounds of the Salt or some such, keep records of the black market. I don't need to tell you how valuable those could be. Of course, a certain someone is all set on slipping into the camp by herself, but I can't seem to see to letting that... Ah, not again. Always sneaking off on her own like that. Seeing as she's already gone, we cannot stop her. However, we still might lend her aid by clearing obstacles from her path. Here, old smoke bombs. You will catch the attention of nearby watchmen. You set them off near the camp, incapacitate them, and the princess may pass by unnoticed. Fake attack. My axe is for show, mainly, but I'll help where I can. Very well. Akagi, go east. I will go north. We will rendezvous to the southeast of Poor Maid's Mill when done. Sephiroth is your husband? Your husband? I said that weird. Husbando? I remember being level 20 and fighting these guys for like hunting logs. It was like a week or two ago. My, how we've grown. I mean, like everyone else in the world, I was in love with Tifa. So I feel you. It's like a girl who can punch someone in the face like really, really hard, you know? Good morning, Sugar. Insomnia strikes again. Came to watch, listen until I can fall asleep. Well, that's exactly what I'm here for. I should be able to put you to sleep. Try to read in a more monotone voice. Thank God it's the weekend. I could use some sleep myself. Don't say that, you're fine. I know. But seriously, people do use me to fall asleep. I don't take that as an insult. It makes me feel like I'm actually kind of cozy. Oh yeah? How about I stun you? Shield. Yeah. I mean, like, a lot of people use media to fall asleep, and they can kind of trust me not to, like, burst into rage. You know, scream, throw my controller across the room. Plenty of streamers who do that. They can trust me not to. Calm presence. All we can do, we have done. Princess Yuki should have made it inside by now. But paid to the watch, but not the watchdogs. When they get their teeth into you a lot. What? Quickly, old, inside the camp. Save yourselves the effort. The black market records are mine. Our jade jewel is mentioned here. Madare Kanamitsu dagger as well. Seems the former was sold, but finding the buyer should not be difficult, and the blade will be up for auction shortly. Princess, you're safe. Did you not meet with any resistance? Resistance? Oh, them. You did that, Princess. She's not the pride of our clan for nothing. Princess is a skilled fighter. She's not tried her hand at your ninjutsu, too. Not even her instructors can keep up with her these days. I trust you see now why I have no need of your help. I will reclaim my clan's property myself. I just wish she understood what she means to our clan. Well, thank you for today. I'll have need of your help again soon, but let's keep it on the sly, eh? Come, let us return to our haunt. You must meditate on what you've seen here, to focus your thoughts into weapons anew. Okay. You don't throw your controller, but you scream? Honestly, it might surprise people, but I like the screaming streamers. Not like fake screaming. Like, they've got to have like a reason to be angry. But I like watching people get excited over games. Like, I recognize that's just not who I am. A lot of streamers feel like they have to like mimic other successful streamers. But you know, a couple of streamers I watch are like Cartoons and H2O Delirious. They're pretty famous, but like they get very excited, and I like that they get excited. I also appreciate that they don't like lose their temper and like break their controllers and stuff. Oh, you scream in fear? LMO. Welcome back, old. You may enter. I didn't used to scream in fear. But like, I don't know. It was like the day I had kids or something. Around the time Phasmophobia came out. Like, while playing Phasmophobia for the first time in my life, I let out an actual vocal scream when I got startled. And it happens. Like, it never used to happen. I spent my entire like childhood and young adulthood not screaming at things. But suddenly, all of a sudden, I do, and I can't control it. So weird. Well, the princess's trust is not yet ours, but she is safe. Were this a trial, you would have passed. But your mind is full. Still your thoughts? Listen to what your heart says in the silence. In doing so, you will grow as a shinobi. I think I screamed a bunch during Lethal Company, too. In perfect devotion to your duty, you awaken a new technique. The Hakken Mujin Satsu. A what? Yeah. I can just do this whenever I want? Set 2. Hang on. What does this do? Delivers an attack a potency of 100 to all nearby enemies. Combo action Death Blossom. What's Death Blossom? That's Death Blossom. Okay, so boop, boop. So I hit him with the Death Blossom, then I hit him with the Hake. Yeah, so I do one of these, follow it up with one of these. I just keep doing the hops. Nice. Been grinding dungeons without like my complete AoE combos this entire time. Which is fine because I've only been doing solo missions because of the social anxiety. Even though I'd level faster if I didn't. What's this? Combo action Ghost Slash. Okay. Armor Crush. Akagi has called us again. This time, Oshan's Embrace. His note was brief and hastily written. Do not know what the princess has done, but it is clear that she needs our aid urgently. Where is Oshan's Embrace? Lower Lenotska. Whoop. The job quests give you like very important skills. But when you grind without them, kind of practicing imperfectly. There's a phrase I hear mostly from like a musician friend of mine. Practice makes permanent. Now worry that it's making me a worse ninja to grind and then do the job quests. But I don't think it matters that much. What do you think? You? Where were you? Here I am, half worried to death because the princess is in danger and I can't do a thing about it. And you just saunter up like... Calm yourself and start at the beginning. Where's the princess? Her Highness learned who bought the clan's jewel and she's run off to take it back and left me behind. Where is she? She can't have gotten far with even with her bleeding witchcraft or whatever. Go on, lads. Fan out and find her. And that's it in a nutshell. The guards won't rest until they catch her, and she's stuck up there. And she could just find the Jane Jewel is just like her, but she clearly has no way to escape. Old? Your mission? What takes the greatest priority? And I don't know. Wish to let your actions speak for you? Very well. Our only recourse is to aid the princess. Guards think the princess is ninjutsu's magic. We can use their ignorance to our benefit. Let fly Raiton. It will mistake the thunder for Princess Yuki's ninjutsu. Draw the enemy southwest away from the princess. We will rendezvous at the Salt Strand. Raiton? Nobody uses Raiton anymore. Is it Enchi? Enchi. Here we practice. Ah, it is. Enchi. I got it right. Is this the target or is it just where I like hang out? Zorp. The sound of footsteps echoes in the distance. Sound! It's the girl after her! Shadow. The... Zorp. Sound of footsteps echoes in the distance. Come on, what do you mean no, cowards? Do you want to be the ones who tell the master someone took the jewel? Then come on. Don't let her get away. That jewel's more valuable than our lives. That's probably true. I like the argument like, don't be a coward. Be afraid of this thing instead. Hello, hello, princess. Oh, you're unexpected. Yes, most unexpected. So the thunder wasn't her doing, but a shinobi's. Most curious. Where did she find the coin to pay you? Or does she command her loyalty with her regal blood? What I could do if royalty flowed through my veins. No matter. I'm buying a bright future with my actions today. Mission comes first, as they used to say. I was only paid to oversee the delivery, but what is my employer's goodwill worth, I wonder? Why do you look at me like that? Your eyes are like Karasu's or Gekai's, judging me unworthy. You must be from the Far East, a real shinobi with real ninjutsu, like Gekai. You think yourself my better because of it? Don't lie to me. I can see it in your damn eyes. I will make you spit out what you know about Yuki, or I'll cut it from your corpse stomach. Ew. How unexpected. Just have to use what he taught me. However disagreeable the cost. Alright, so I gotta destroy these circles, is it? They always run. Fuck with Gakkai and Karasu, but who was he? That was a boy? Classic JRPG. Different breed than the other guards, that one. He knew of Karasu. Gakkai. There should be no shinobi in this land with such knowledge. Unless he was one of Gekkai's shadows. The Imperial Shinobi lost their place in Garlemald when the unit was disbanded after the man's death. That would be cause for them to sell their blades. I imagine the demand for mercenaries with ninjutsu would be great among people with money enough to trade in the Far Eastern treasures. Pardon me, old. This can't wait. Or this can wait. Princess Yuki's safety is paramount. Let's join her near the Tempest Gate. Up of my bird. There's a lot of things I can do kind of like reflexively. But like when I actually try to consciously think about it, I can't do it. Like I was really struggling with like the button combination to summon my mount there. But if I do it like out of habit, like it happens instantly. Yes, Akagi told me, and no, your aid was not needed. I could have escaped perfectly well without you. But I suppose the important thing is that the Jade Jewel is once again mine. All I've left to find is the Midari Kanemitsu dagger. Don't interfere. This is my problem to solve, alright? Never know it by the way what she said, but she's secretly grateful. And if she does anything, I know where to find her brave protectors. That you do. Shall we return, old? Ignoring the wishes of the women around us. Always a popular decision. Think we can work another snack in here. That should last us until the end of the stream. Unless I just keep going for some reason. Welcome back, old. You may enter. I have made Akagi aware that of a strange sellsword we met on the Salt Strand. You will be vigilant, as should you. As for your mission, I believe the princess is warming to you. Though it is difficult to tell, but at least no harm has befallen her on your watch. I will leave you to your meditations. Allow them to further sharpen your mind, so that you will be the blade when the time comes again to strike. Perfect devotion to your duty, you have awakened to a new technique. Armor Crush. Which doesn't sound very ninja-like, but now we've got the full combo on the right here. And so no more do I have to like flip left and right. I don't know why it's set up the way it is. How's a Matoi unlocked? Using the action Armor Crush as part of a combo grants stacks of Kaze Matoi, represented by this gauge. Up to 5 stacks can be stored and are used to increase the potency of Aeolian Edge. When was that? Gotcha. So I keep stacking those up to 5 times, and then I finish with like a big one of these. Potencies are increased by 100 under the effect of Kaze Matoi. Now, is that 100 per each? Or is that 100 just when these are active? And does it consume a charge of Kaze Matoi? Because it sounds like maybe I just do this combo once and then revert to the old combo. Like I only need 1 charge and I keep doing this forever? Or is it more beneficial to stack them? I don't think it's more beneficial to stack them. I'm overthinking it. Anyway, can I move that? Probably, but I can save that business for off stream. Old Jack's network has caught wind of who's been selling Yatsuguri clan's stolen treasure. This is information that may lead us straight to the dagger. You summoned us both to the guild, but could I ask you to go by yourself? I cannot leave just now. Akagi and Princess Yuki are on their way here. Send a missive telling them we might have information on the bandits who robbed her. Princess desires to learn more of them, so she has seen fit to join us. I believe Jack will give you a thread. Follow it, and return once you've unraveled the truth. this way? Whew, I hope everybody's having a nice Friday. I think most of my viewers around this time are usually on the other side of the world. And it might actually be Saturday for them. Nah, that's alright. Well, a few people might be in Saturday. No, nobody's in Saturday. I've gone crazy. Friday night for them. You looking to head inside? Yeah. Friday evening here? You're from Southeast Asia? Yeah, Friday evening. Depending on what time zone you're in, it's usually like 12 hours. Depends on daylight savings time for you too. And so, you know, nice 6 p.m.-ish. Oh, God knows it ain't simple to make black marketeers talk, but we tickled Mulfa Kelfa's neck with a stabber, and he coughed up a load of information. Mulfa Kelfa. Remaining bauble, a dagger, and by all accounts is to be sold at auction, and attendance is invitation only. The hosts are a band that go by the name of the True Hounds. Now, in the eyes of the law, they're selling loot cloyed from the Imperials on an expedition to the Far East. But Garlemald don't control where your dimmer mort's from. It's been a mummery turning a profit under the guise of a proper company. Buyers won't ask too many questions either, grabbled or no. Treasure is treasure. But it's just your princess's wit against the True Hounds. The guild can't act on that, not officially anyway. I've left investigating to a, well, let's call him a black marketeer. He's a strange one. Only came to the guild's attention recently, but I've never met a cove who could get information so quickly. Veil was lifted by Southerly this morn. That'll put a man at the House of Sticks. Here's a sack of blunt. Bene luck to you, lad. A sack of blunts? Call Snoop Dogg. Track down the black marketeer in Lower Lanoska. Can do. East Coast of America here, 7 a.m. on a Friday. Yeah, it's 6 a.m. here. Oh, but you can see that in the upper right of the screen. You ever want to spy on exactly what hour it is for me? Alright. Way up at the north. I think I prefer the East Coast time zone. Like, just to be done with your work before the rest of America. Sounds kind of nice. I mean, I went from Mountain time zone to Central time zone at some point in my life. And it was nice just being able to, like, call it a day an hour before my old friends. Oop. But, Jasky is from Southeast Asia. Philippines? Indonesia? Malaysia? I'm trying to brush up on my Filipino culture. Hostile presence. Oh, I got a 2-stack for that? What am I doing? He died before I could use it. Philippines, nice! You want information? Then come, render unto me what is mine. Got you money. Yes, yes, this seems to be everything I was promised. The back alleys are always profitable, eh? Now about these true hounds. Most of the salt hounds crawled back to land after the calamity, but a few refused to leave the seas and took up again as the true hounds. They sail under the black flag of one Captain Rosalind. They boast the strength of a crew twice their size, mostly because of the Pluto they take, with their muscles bolstered by the substance. Dang. A healthy dose of natural viciousness, they have brought themselves fortune and infamy on the eastern seas. Now, however, they've hidden their ship away on Hullbreaker Isle, made their way to Costa del Sol. Seems they fancied a cup of ale and a peek at the dancing girls. They won't be hard to spot if you wanted to look, but do so at your own peril. Drunken pirates might not frighten you, but Redway, their new sellsword, should. They say she's an ex-member of the Garlean covert operations, one who has thrown himself into the study of ninjutsu. His pursuit has paid off handsomely, albeit at the cost of his humility. Stay vigilant, or you'll find his blade pricking your back. Anyhow, that's all for me. Give my best to the dim one, little chick. Hey, was that Karasu? But yeah, Philippines. I've been trying to like keep up on the culture. Been listening to what's the name of the song? Is it just Hot Maria Clara? On loop. If someone keeps posting like Filipino brain rot at me from time to time. I guess her song's somewhat of a meme. Also very interested in something called, well, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, babinka? Some kind of coconut cake? Honestly, you could seduce me with any type of cake, but that one's on my list of things to try. Not bad? Well, thank you. Redway, 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 I lost me plunder. That's coin I may never get back, but you convince me to give you time. Make a report worth me while, or I'll have your head. There were 2 thieves, Captain. The Iron Orchid herself and some servant. The latter looks to be more brawny than brave, but the princess is dangerous. She has 2 shinobi in her employ. One is Domin Jonin Obero. He too is a force to be reckoned with. The other is a hero, old, if I'm not wrong. He's famous in his own right, and dangerous. Involvement makes me think the princess has more coin than she lets on. These 2 are responsible for my master's death. Their services cannot be cheap. Your master's murderers, eh? You wouldn't be dreaming of avenging Gekkai on my time now, would you? Vengeance? Captain, why? Gekkai treated me like scum, he and Karasu both, because I wasn't from their precious little village. But Obro? If I triumph over Gekkai's favorite, I triumph over the lot of them. That is my heart's desire, yes. I could give a gnat's arse what you do with the ninjas, but it's not them I want. It's the princess, alive. The way I see it, the auction's the perfect trap, baited as it is with the Yatsurugi dagger. The Iron Orchid can't resist. Catching her will be easy and fast, savvy? Redway? Of course. The princess won't stand a chance. With the guard doubled, no, she won't. Oh, babinka can be cooked in many ways. Usually they are made from sticky rice. Sometimes the modern type of babinka is made of flour. It has lots of varieties. Oh. I keep an eye out at the grocery stores for like an instant babinka mix or like a pre-made mix. I haven't found it. There's not much of a Filipino presence here in the bayou where I live. But should be able to find I can find sticky rice, I believe. Welcome back, old. You may enter. Imagine coconut milk is involved. I forget the recipe when I looked it up. Been a while. Got so many recipes I need to try. Success, old? A little bit. Ah, this Rosalind is a clever one, spying on us through the red way. Princess, the foe will be watching for our tricks now. Reclaiming the last of the treasure will be that much harder, so I beg of you, leave it to us shinobi. I know there's sense in what you say, Obero, but this is my problem. I alone must solve it. I will not allow more people to die in my name. The true hounds didn't just steal the treasures. My people stood in their way, and many died. Too many. I wanted to fight, but my vassals wouldn't allow it. And as they were cut down, they called for me, screamed my name. You can't imagine how that feels. My lands are so close to destruction. People are on the brink of starvation. If I do not do something, all their sacrifices will mean nothing. When I came here, I vowed I would bring prosperity to my country by finding and selling my treasures. Alone. No one would ever die protecting me again. Nor my small folk, nor my vassals, nor you. You don't want anyone protecting you, princess. What about those of us who would give their lives willingly to defend you? If you won't trust the shinobi, then I'll slice open my belly. Dang. I'm bound to you, princess. They're not. We've given them no coin, no gratitude, and yet they're still helping us. You can trust them. You have to. There's no taking back the treasure. Trust me. Trust the shinobi or lose me. And add one more to those who died trying to protect you. That'll get you a stop, right, princess? Kagi, you have the strangest ways of... Clearly, the shinobi have left a great impression upon you. Obero, old, consider this my formal request. Help me retake the last of our treasure. I have one condition. No matter what happens, you will not lay down your lives for mine. Call it a duty to stay alive if you wish. Stay alive, huh? Interesting notion. Shinobi are trained to put duty ahead of all else, including our lives. Said, old, this is a mission that's been given to you. You're duty bound to see it through. Come what may, I know that completing it will aid in your growth as a shinobi. Now we wait. Watch for signs of the auction. We'll approach Jack with the eyes and ears in his service. We will spread the web, and so catch a word of Yatsurugi's clan's dagger. Do you know Rob Schneider? Not personally. I remember Rob Schneider's movie Gigolo with the title his dad there ate a blueberry babinka. Oh yeah. Deuce Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo. I have not seen that movie. But you tell me there's Babinka in there. We'll have to look. I can't do level 58 quest, but I'm so close. Man, I ground for so long to get my level up high enough to see this mission, or to do a full stream of job missions. Still wasn't enough. I can't hang out on the roof. What about this roof? Hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop. How long have I been playing Final Fantasy XIV? That's a good question. I bought the game 10,000 years ago for the collector's edition. But if you mean in this current playthrough, I think I'm in 10 movies, 120 hours. Yeah, about 120 hours of this playthrough. But I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV since it came out. Way back then. Back before the realm was reborn. Oh, main account? Oh yeah, it's still the same account, but new character. Wanted to stream an entire playthrough. Or I wanted to do some kind of playthrough, and I thought, like, the best gimmick I could do is to do nothing but, like, the main story quests and job quests, and splice them all together, what I call Final Fantasy XIV the movie. I want to make a full playlist that somebody could just, like, put on and leave on, and it would play for days and days. It would just be the entire game of Final Fantasy XIV. Because honestly, I think Final Fantasy XIV kind of has the best story of any video game ever made. Like, it's incredibly well written, and there's tons of it. So I feel like the story Final Fantasy XIV is way underrated. There are games with good stories. They're obscure. Silent Hill 2. But, like, there's something to be said for, like, just the sheer volume of well-written story in Final Fantasy XIV. And so I wanted to make kind of like a playlist you could snooze to and kind of enjoy it as it goes along. Oh, you mean the 1.0? I do mean the 1.0. I am an old man after all. I miss the way, like, the crafting or the gathering mini games used to work. There were little mini games when you would chop trees and, like, use your pickaxe on mining nodes. Due to popular demand, they got rid of those. I kind of hated that decision. Like, I thought they should kind of gamify, like, the gathering a little bit. Like, you don't want to make it a big game, but you want to do something with it. But I understand, like, a lot of people picture grinding as just something to, like, fly through. And, like, anything you do to slow down the process annoys the heck out of them. Don't worry, we age, but our hearts will remain forever young. Oh no. My heart is getting older all the time, and I love it. Whenever I see a VTuber, like, I feel like I see somebody being, like, the person they want to be. And most people want to be something super sexy and hot. Some kind of space elf demon, and I understand completely. But me, I just want to be a really nice old man. I mean, you're playing with who you call mom in the game, and she is 75 years old and you love her a lot. That's nice. Been hanging out with my 90-year-old neighbor lately. One of her smoke detectors went off. Well, anyway, that's a long story. But in the end, she told me like the craziest thing. But that'll have to wait for next time. Thank you so much for watching. I had a great time. I am gonna call the stream a little early, and we'll pop back in to play more. We'll complete the ninja quest. I just need like 3 more levels, and then we can start in on the actual MSQ and like start Stormblood for the first time next week. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how it goes. You just happened to see Final Fantasy 14, popped in to say good luck, dropped a like, and continue with your daily things. Oh, thank you, Logren. Lorgren, sorry. Okay, see you, Sugarheart. You're about to visit me on Halicarnassus. You know, I could stick around for just a little bit. Here, I'll meet you. Meet you at Limsa Lamensa. Because truth be told, I don't have to end the stream right now. I've got 9 more minutes before I have to get to work. I hang out with the eager Lamensin over here. We can socialize. What I'm told this game's about. Boy, it is not crowded here today. Got person Floridis. Ah, look at the couples snuggling. Ooh, there's nothing I like more than like your red mage garb. Like red mages always had, or sorry, white mage. White Mage has always had the best fashion ever since Final Fantasy 1. We've got like the scant cat boy, naturally. Got a couple of adorable little potatoes here. Your favorite healer is a sage? That's you. Which one, the scant cat boy or that potato who just ran off into the distance? Or are you Aurel? The cat boy with the big axe. This is you? With your adorable little sunray? I'm trying to select you. It's not working. Yeah. Nice axe. We were a marauder slash warrior for like the first part of the game. I've been stabbed through the heart with bats. But yeah, I was a warrior for the first expansion. I keep changing classes that kind of like make sense for each expansion. I also kind of want to do like one of every role. So like I went tank, then I went healer, now we're doing melee DPS. And soon we're gonna have to do range DPS, range physical DPS, range magical DPS. And then there's just like one other get to make up along the way. Definitely gonna be a Pictomancer for Dawn Trail. And so in Shadowbringers or Endwalker, I get to pick a ranged physical DPS. So I'm thinking Machinist, but like I haven't decided. You were leveling your ninja? Nice. I haven't played too many different jobs, personally. Have I? Where can I see, like, the list of all jobs? But let's see. In my old playthroughs, I've been a paladin. I've been a dancer. Really enjoyed being a dancer. That might be, like, my favorite class for just having fun. What else have I been? I think the only healer I ever am is Astrologian. But, like, White Mage sounds kind of fun. Anyway, it is nice to see you. You got, like, some good character drip. You look kind of like a beach gladiator. It's a good look. I like I like the matching sand ray. Oh, he does a flip. Cool. Alright, anyway. Sent me a friend request. Done. Now you will be orange whenever I see you. Woo! Alright. Anyway, I must away. Where is Bow? We got a Bow somewhere. It was great meeting you. I hope I see you again. On weekdays, I usually stream at this ridiculous time. But for Final Fantasy, I usually play on Fridays. And I will see you later. If I ever have like a trial coming up, I don't know when the first one is in Stormblood, but you're welcome to join me. I love doing trials with chat. It feels so much nicer knowing that they know me and what I'm about. Makes like the fear of disappointing them so much less. The social anxiety is dampened when I get to play with people I've met. Anyway, nice to meet you, and you have a great day. Alright, do I have any viewers on Twitch, or is everybody on YouTube? I've got a decent amount of viewers on Twitch. I will find somebody to raid. Usually, my friend Sandra is playing Final Fantasy at this time, but she's not. I am going to raid my good friend Danagast. What's he playing? He usually plays like the hot new indie games. It says he's playing Nine Kings, but I don't believe that's Nine Kings. I think there's like a pistol roguelike. I want to say it's like Witchfire or something. Anyway, have a good day. If you're on YouTube, stick around. I'll raid you on that channel too. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.